faithfully delivering value, interpreting great books worldwide. Hello, this is Sally's Book Talk. Today, we're exploring the book, The End of Dieting. If there's an eternal topic in human society, weight loss ranks top three. The secret's no secret at all. 6 words: eat less, move more. Facing the awkward truth that gym memberships average under 10 uses yearly, most folks turn to dieting for weight loss. So, can dieting really help us lose weight? Is dieting even good for our health? This book provides scientific answers. The author, Tracy Mann, is a psychology professor at University of Minnesota and former tenured professor at UCLA. He founded a health and diet lab with funding from NIH, USDA, and his research featured in NYT, Science, and Scientific American. His team also contributed to BBC documentaries. What's the real mechanism behind weight loss? Right in the book's opening, the author states bluntly, dieting doesn't work and rebound is inevitable. Weight loss is just a marketing scam. Think about it. How common is it for people to constantly diet for years yet end up heavier? What hidden truth lies behind this? So, what's the scientifically effective approach? Lab data shows dieting not only fails, but actually harms health. The book maps a scientific path to true health and fitness. It unfolds in 3 parts: why dieting doesn't work, dieting's dangers, and smart strategies to beat food traps. Let's begin with part 1: why dieting doesn't work. Dieting's familiar to most dieters, as are low carb, low fat, low sugar diets, basically putting low before any essential nutrient. Add low to anything, and it becomes a diet trend, like intermittent fasting or bigu. Some methods limit eating to certain hours or days, allowing only water or miso soup. Others suggest eating like Homo sapiens ancestors, and shockingly, some diets use electric shocks when you crave food. After enduring all kinds of inhuman treatments, how many people actually succeed in losing weight? Before discussing success or failure, we must first define what success means. If success means losing weight after dieting, then many have indeed experienced that joy. But if success means maintaining that desired weight without rebound, then few people truly succeed. According to authoritative data from the International Weight Control Registry, only 16% maintain weight loss, which explains why diet companies thrive. This organization tells it like it is. Diet companies succeed because 84% of people cycle back repeatedly, ensuring endless business. When weight rebounds after dieting, most blame weak willpower or inadequate exercise. In reality, it's not your fault at all. Weight rebound is hardwired by hundreds of thousands of years of human evolution. Many view our bodies as simple linear systems, like water tanks. Food intake is water in, energy burned is water out. In such a system, stopping input while output continues would make you lose weight after 3 days without food. 20 days without eating? You'd be skinny as a lightning bolt. If that were true, weight loss would be a breeze. Those diet product companies would have gone bankrupt long ago. Sadly, the human body is infinitely more complex than a simple system. Our bodies are incredibly precise instruments, intelligent and efficient, which sounds marvelous. But here's the catch. This machine operates independently of your conscious will. While you consciously want to be thinner, your body doesn't. Its operating manual comes from your genes. Here, the author introduces a key concept: the set weight range. Your weight is genetically determined. Not a fixed number, but a range. For example, between 50 and 65 kilograms, your body's permitted fluctuation zone. Weight changes within this range happen relatively easily. Once you hit the range's limits, say 50 kilograms or 65 kilograms, breaking beyond becomes much harder. Your brain is gene's most loyal executor, the true master of your body. When your brain detects weight straying from genetic boundaries, it immediately deploys countermeasures. Your willpower stands no chance against it. Many doubt that genes control their weight. So, for stronger evidence, consider identical twin weight studies. Identical twins share identical genes, like carbon copies, sometimes indistinguishable even to parents. Raising them separately reveals whether genes or environment dominate specific traits. A Swedish study examined 93 pairs raised apart and 154 pairs raised together. Results showed remarkably similar weights, regardless of upbringing, with genes nearly as decisive for weight as for height. This evidence confirms genes are indeed the primary determinant of weight range. Some see this as bad news. Does this shatter my dream of becoming skinny? But there's another side. While you can't become super skinny, thank genes, you also can't balloon endlessly, even with overeating. You might ask, is there scientific proof for this? To test if genes prevent obesity, like they prevent extreme thinness, scientists conducted another experiment. Researchers tried making participants gorge daily on high-calorie foods while banning all exercise, observing if this caused rapid weight gain. Finding volunteers for this inhumane study proved difficult, so they recruited prisoners instead. For prisoners, this experiment might have seemed appealing compared to prison meals. Participants consumed massive high-calorie meals daily, over 10,000 calories, equivalent to 20 burgers. After 4 to 6 months, prisoners averaged only 20% weight gain from baseline. And consider, average adults need about 2,500 calories daily. Despite quadruple calorie intake, weight didn't proportionally increase and dropped rapidly when overeating stopped. This proves bodies resist maintaining weight beyond their set range. Someone rapidly gaining to 100 kilograms differs physiologically from someone naturally at that weight. The rapid gainer must maintain extreme overeating to keep the weight. And if they ate like naturally heavy people, they'd slim down fast. This mirrors diet rebound perfectly. Similarly, someone dieting down to 45 kilograms differs physiologically from someone naturally lean. The dieter must sustain extreme restriction to maintain losses. Otherwise, even eating like naturally thin people causes rebound. Such evidence abounds. Every dieter experiences this. Brains protect weight range through hormonal regulation. During dieting, fat loss alters hormones. Satiety hormones drop, hunger hormones rise, driving constant cravings. While dieting, food dominates your thoughts, especially forbidden foods. One low-carb participant confessed, after days without carbs, plain steamed buns looked better than chicken legs. While hormones sabotage your metabolism conspires too. With reduced intake, your metabolism slows to conserve energy. It maximizes every calorie's utility, allowing your body to function on less energy. Your metabolism acts like a diligent steward who thinks the household faces crisis, mistakenly stretching resources, making every penny count. That this thinner is better concept is too advanced for your metabolism to grasp. In summary, maintaining post-diet weight means fighting evolution, biology, your brain, and metabolism. These genetic protections against starvation ironically become your biggest weight loss obstacles. While genes determine weight range and brains control our bodies, despite scientific evidence, some defiantly believe willpower conquers all and insist on dieting. The truth is, dieting not only fails but harms your body. Part 2 explores dieting's dangers. First, dieting significantly impairs cognitive function. Psychologists split cognitively matched subjects into dieters and non-dieters. The former restricted calories while the latter ate normally. Post-testing showed dramatic cognitive decline in dieters versus stable performance in non-dieters. Key takeaway: never take exams on an empty stomach. An Arctic science expedition became stranded, surviving winter with scarce food. Their diaries later revealed that we constantly talked about food, past meals, and future feasts upon returning to civilization. Regarding research, diaries described inescapable apathy and mental fog. Dieters commonly report inability to focus, reduced comprehension, and diminished alertness. While dieting, you often completely miss when people speak to you. You're like a sleepwalker because attention capacity is limited. Once you focus on controlling one thing, like resisting delicious food, you've got no energy left for anything else. Thus, dieting leaves you depleted for handling other tasks. To others, you suddenly seem dim witted. Secondly, dieting creates stress. Scientists analyzing dieters' saliva found elevated cortisol levels. The stress hormone mobilizes stored energy to respond to threats. Like encountering a tiger in the woods, cortisol preps you for faster escape. While boosting energy, cortisol suppresses other functions like immune response. When constantly fighting food cravings, this stress accumulates. Long-term effects include higher infection risk, bone loss, hypertension, and vascular damage. Your heart also strains under extra load, causing irreversible harm. Thirdly, dieting wrecks your mood. In a 36 volunteer diet study, 6 showed extreme psychological reactions. Symptoms included violent mood swings, compulsive gum chewing, and shoplifting. One volunteer even chopped off 3 fingers with an axe while woodcutting, likely driven by profound despair. Though extreme examples, few smile while starving. Despite dieting's harms, many still declare diet or die. Compared to obesity itself, these risks seem trivial. So is obesity truly the monster we fear? Science can't confirm exact weight health links, but waist circumference is a reliable health indicator. The waist size reveals fat distribution. A large waist indicates apple shape, with dangerous visceral fat surrounding organs. A smaller waist suggests a pear-shaped body, with fat distributed more on hips and thighs than abdomen. This subcutaneous fat shows little direct correlation with health issues. The minimal direct link, really. Rather than obsessing over absolute weight, waist measurement deserves our focus. But since genes and brains control weight without inherent health risks, does that mean we can eat recklessly? Theoretically, yes, but typical set ranges fluctuate about 15 kilograms, and 50 kilograms versus 65 kilograms is significant. If you're currently 57.5 kilograms, would you prefer reaching 65 kilograms or 50 kilograms? And our goal is maintaining weight at the lowest end of our set range. Part 3 reveals smart strategies to overcome food traps and achieve that minimum weight. Here, the author shares fascinating real-life examples. You'll discover weight loss can be simple. No teeth gritting or willpower required. The author has 2 routes to his University of Minnesota office. One is the freeway. The other is a surface road passing his favorite bakery. Every time he takes it, despite intending otherwise, he inevitably succumbs. Minutes later, he emerges loaded with his favorite breads. Many relate. When hosting guests, he deliberately takes that road to buy bread. But when controlling calories, he decisively takes the freeway, avoiding both the bakery and temptation. He notes choosing routes is easier than resisting the bakery itself since it happens at a safe distance. This illustrates his first strategy: create obstacles to reduce exposure to temptation. The underlying message: I know my weaknesses around temptation, so I proactively minimize encounters. The second strategy is to always keep healthy foods in the most visible spots. While all foods have nutrition, experts consistently recommend the Mediterranean diet, the golden combo of veggies, fruits, fish, whole grains, beans, and olive oil. Fill your fridge and snack cabinets with these foods, and you'll find it tough to crave junk food. You might say, seeing veggies and fruits just kills my appetite. I gotta have junk food. If there's nothing ready at home, I'll just open a food delivery app. If you want unhealthy food, fine, but you gotta order it right then, meaning don't stockpile junk. That's the core of this strategy. Over time, even without totally ditching junk food surrounded by healthy options, you'll unconsciously eat better. The third strategy: plan ahead with scenario-based solutions so you're not caught off guard when tempted. The author suggests we need to create a set of effective scenario plans. The key is to make the plan automatic in the moment. Don't decide on the fly, but pre-plan your actions. The more specific the plan, the better it works. For example, your plan shouldn't be, if I eat out, I'll pick healthy food. The right plan is, if I go to a restaurant, I'll order a Caesar salad. Another case, if bored and wanting a snack, I won't eat chocolate. There are tons of unhealthy options besides chocolate. Eating butter or chips is worse than having dark chocolate. The correct plan should be, if bored and craving a snack, I'll eat an apple. If there's no apple, I'll eat a banana. Of course, this means keeping apples and bananas stocked. If your kitchen only has chocolate and chips, the result is obvious. That's where strategy 2 helps. The final strategy: savor all delicious foods. We live in a blessed era with endless tasty treats to try. Refusing all yummy foods just for a scale number is clearly unwise. Broadly speaking, it's anti-evolutionary behavior. So, as long as it's not too much, you can enjoy all foods. While eating, slow down and mindfully appreciate their taste. That way, you won't overeat without realizing it. Eat slowly. You're seeking the joy food brings, not the feeling of being stuffed to the point of sickness. That's the full set of healthy eating strategies Professor Mann offers us. See, these are relatively simple things to do. The more thorough your consideration and earlier your preparation, the less willpower you need. Finally, besides controlling diet through smart strategies, exercise is essential. The purpose of exercise isn't to lose weight, but to make your body healthier. Exercise offers numerous health benefits, including reducing diabetes risk, improving blood sugar control for diabetics, lowering mortality for coronary heart disease patients, preventing cardiovascular diseases, increasing beneficial HDL cholesterol, lowering triglycerides, stabilizing blood pressure, and more. At this point, we've covered all the content of this book. To summarize the author's core point, our weight range is genetically determined, and this range is called the set weight range. Our goal is to control weight at the minimum of this range. To achieve this goal, dieting is not a good choice. Dieting is an unhealthy lifestyle. It makes people dumber, accelerates aging, causes low mood, and worsens temper. If you exercise regularly and apply some clever management strategies to develop healthy eating habits, then you can achieve this goal effortlessly. Life is so wonderful. Why let dieting ruin your good mood? All right, farewell to the era of dieting. That's the end of this book's interpretation for you. The listening notes are below the audio. See you tomorrow.